Today I am at Bhupin in Dubai, which is an integrated marketing agency, but they're experts when it comes to performance marketing. I have done a video here before, so I wanted to do a repeat video and talk to the people here and ask them how's life in digital marketing agencies and this industry. I'll ask them questions about what do they consider when they hire, how does their day look like, is their life stressful, what tools do they use. This video is sponsored by HubSpot.
So my name is Isham. I'm from Morocco. I moved to Dubai back in 2019. I've got a master's degree at the Wollongong University in digital marketing. I pursued my career in performance media. I have over 5 years in performance media.
And my first question to you is, do you think the digital marketing degree you did, it helped you to land your first job?
The master was just a waste of time and a waste of money, not gonna lie. I started the job before I earned my master.
I did a video in Germany, people working, doing digital marketing masters in one of the universities there, Berlin. They said the same thing. When you work with automotive clients, you closely work with them here. Which platforms do you think get better ROI?
For now, I would say Meta followed by Snapchat.
If I'm a university graduate and I want to make a career in performance marketing, what are the things you would suggest them to go? What are the steps they should take?
Take courses and certification across the media channels, the like of Blueprint with the Meta, the TikTok measurement, the Snapchat essentials.
Why did you choose digital marketing as your career?
Because it's the future, innovative industry, I would say.
But is it hectic working for digital marketing agencies?
It is hectic. It is hectic, definitely. I think agency life is stressful, but still you got to learn a lot in the agency.
So my name is Shruti, originally from India, and I work as a strategy manager at Bhupin.
Can you tell me some of your favorite tools when it comes to research for your strategies?
See, so there are tools that's been in the industry for a while, right? You have your GWIs, you have your YouGov. There's also smart ways of doing it. Industry, get into ChatGPT, ask them to compile it for you, ask them to give you the source, and then go and back read it.
Well, let's say I am a freelancer or I'm a small agency owner, and in the last 6 months I have sent 20 strategies in response to RFPs or sent it to the clients, but I don't get any response from there. What do you think are the common mistakes you have seen people doing in strategies?
I think common mistake is strategies that's 100 slides long. It's high time we stop doing that. Your first slide literally needs to be, this is the issue you told us, this is how we're going to solve it. How we're going to solve it? Sure, okay, fine, this is probably your audience, this is probably the platforms that they are in, these are probably the ways you can tackle them, and that's pretty much all the client wants to know, right? First 30 slides just needs to be answering this, and more or less by slide 20, 30, you already know if you've nailed it or not.
Before we move further and talk to other people, I just want to highlight one thing. In the entire series, in fact, you will see all the people saying that in order to be relevant and competitive in this industry, one of the things they do is they keep track of all the trends that's happening in this industry. And if you have watched any of my yearly trends reports, you know that one of the reports I refer to is State of Marketing every year by HubSpot. And the good news is the report for 2025 is already out. And you can download that report completely for free from the link in the description below. One of the main focuses of the report this year is the emerging trends to guide marketers in the AI-first business landscape. If you want to stay on top of your marketing game in 2025 and beyond, you need to know what other marketers across the globe are betting on. The report shows all the trends divided into 3 key sections. The first one is marketing strategy trends, the second one is content trends, and the third one is AI trends. My favorite part of the ebook is See the Trend in Action section. For every trend, there's a case study and a stepwise guide on how you can leverage that trend for your brand or business. And this ebook was made by HubSpot, who's also sponsoring this video. So let's go back and continue our discussions. Can you give us an idea about your career path so far?
I actually started it off with a very operational job in an agency. So I was kind of the operational / finance person in the agency. I was back at Group M then. I did that for a year and I knew I didn't like it. So I had some great people in that agency who knew I didn't like it. So obviously took me into the media planning side of things. So I actually started media planning at year 2. And I did that for like 3 years there. Then moved to IPG as a media manager. and I did 2 years there, and now I'm here at Bhopal.
Why did you not like media planning and you like strategy?
Honestly, today, I know for a fact that my media planning skills helps me devise strategy. It tends to get a bit monotonous, especially when you work with, let's say, retainer clients for years and years. You know,
You just edit the numbers.
it's the same thing. You're just essentially changing the numbers, right? Which then kind of rots your brain to a certain extent. And I think strategy is a very different angle to that, right? One, at least for me, it helps you kind of work through multiple industries, multiple verticals, which you don't necessarily get that chance as a planner. And second, I think you kind of, to a certain extent, hold power to like kind of change somebody's mind, which I think is very fascinating.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How's everything? Good, man.
Very good. Nice to see you. What are you doing here, bro?
Working.
How many accounts do you handle now?
6.
You handle 6 accounts.
Yeah.
But doesn't it get hectic?
Well, you get used to it and there's some sort of passion in it. So it depends on what you like and what you are trying to accomplish in life.
Okay, I'm a recent graduate from a university. So do you have any tips for whoever wants to join this industry?
Oh yeah, definitely. First of all, you need to know where your passion is. Second thing, working really hard, being disciplined, being organized, and just working with all your heart out, and you're gonna reach whatever you want.
So my name is Noor, I'm from Lebanon, and I'm a senior multimedia designer at Bhopal.
And how long have you been doing this?
Here in the agency for 3 years, but in general like 5 years.
How did you end up in this field? Like, was it a decision you made, or?
Yeah, it's a decision I made as I used to be in love like with creating and doing art as a child, so I was like graphic design it is. I graduated bachelor in graphic design and visual arts.
What tools do you use?
So I use the Adobe Suite. It has After Effects, Illustrator, Photoshop, Premiere, different tools. Now AI material is really booming, and we really love to create with it like our visuals, like not to depend on it, but to utilize it to our benefits. Basically, for sure, made life easier because before we used to Photoshop by manual stuff.
What do you think about it? Like you said that it made your life easier. What do you say about people who are saying like it might make it challenging to get jobs?
I don't think that's true because anyone can generate a photo or like do a post on Canva, but not everyone is a designer or have a creative mind or ideation.
Would you suggest them to work for an agency or a brand side?
Well, I tried both, honestly. And for me, agency worked better because like after a while as an in-house designer, it can become a bit boring.
I'm Razmek. You can call me Raz. I'm the regional managing director of Bhopal. And I've been in the industry for 25 years, so I was with WPP throughout my career. And then Bhopal happened, so we're set up Bhopal in Saudi.
What are the key differences you find in these two different environments?
Working in an independent agency has been eye-opener because decision-making is so fast. We come together as a management team, make a decision, and move on. Whether that's expanding markets, whether that is expanding services, verticals, running pitches, going after new business.
And I assume that when you started your career, it was offline, and now I see you're doing wonders in digital as well. And I know a lot of people who couldn't make this transition swiftly. Some couldn't do at all. How did you manage?
It was difficult. It wasn't an easy transition because people go to their comfort zone very, very quickly, and it was natural that you can very easily sleep in your comfort zone and just hide yourself from what's really happening. But the digital world was so powerful and was so big that it was only natural that we put our hands into it and delve into it, do the workshops, do the courses, do things on your own. I did a lot of things on my own, didn't rely only on the company, because the company, at the time, WPP was doing a lot of work on that, but I relied on myself in educating myself.
I'm Kinana. I am an account director at Bhopal. It's been 8-9 months now, and I'm from Syria.
Okay. And how much experience do you have in this field?
It's been 8 years.
That's a long time. What are the main things that matter to the clients here, which you highlight to make sure that the client basically likes you as an agency, they want to onboard you?
Okay, so I think the most important thing is understanding their business, and you can do that by doing your homework, doing the most research you can do. And the second thing is obviously delivering what they wanted in their brief. However, going outside the box and doing things that they didn't want maybe, but they didn't think about, but they still do need.
If somebody is interested in this career as an account manager or somebody wants to start as an account executive, what are the most important qualities in a person?
Communication. Communication is very important. If you don't know how to communicate with people and have this social intelligence, you're gonna be struggling in this business.
Is this a good field? If you're given chance, would you change?
I mean, this is a very, very fast-paced industry. You have to be fast-paced as well. You have to run, you have to learn so fast, you have to stay on top of trends and updates. And I think this is the most important thing, ability to learn and adapt.
When it comes to UAE as a market, so how do you work with the clients? Is it like man hours? You tell them, listen, this is the man hours we are going to dedicate every month? Or is it like a bulk deal?
Most agencies work with FTE model, which is the full-time employee, kind of the percentage kind of thing. So you charge the client based on this person's time, and then this all translates into scope. So whether you want to be transparent with your client on the hourly on an hourly basis, like how you, or you can just tell them this is what you get, and you get these are the people that are gonna work on your account basically.
So for other small agencies who just wanted to start their operations in this country, or for smaller agencies, in your experience, which model is more favorable towards the agency?
I think working on an FTE model is better because you know how to scope basically, and how many people you need on this account.
So as a rule of thumb for new agencies, if they have an employee whose, let's say, cost to the company is X, how much should they, what are the benchmarks? How much do they charge the client?
It's mostly times 2.
I have a very interesting question here. The transition you saw from offline to digital, and the early signs you saw and things like, obviously it was a drastic change. Do you think AI is such kind of thing, it'll have as much impact like, okay, who were the early adopters of AI and who did transition successfully or not? Do you think it'll be that impactful?
It will be. What AI is doing today is quite impactful.
The general opinion of people in this industry is, in UAE, the clients are more ad tech savvy, not as much in Saudi. Is that true?
There's no big difference between the clients that we are working with in Saudi, or clients like PIF or some of the advanced. They are very much up to speed with what's going on in the world. The clients in UAE, a lot of them are multinationals, so naturally the way they deal with marketing issues is quite international. While you look at it from Saudi, a lot of them are local clients. So although they have a lot of experience coming into place, so they're not really necessarily the same in terms of profile of clients.
And of course, you take part in hiring the senior people in the agency as well. When it comes to hiring new people, what are the things you look in the people you're hiring?
Leadership, fundamentally, and they need to have both the technical and the human side to balance those two things. And for me, I always look at people who have a curious mind.